Hi, my name's Ruggiero. This is the first in a multi-part series in which we will develop a DApp application for Neblio from the ground up. We will start with how to use the Orion wallet, which is the web-based wallet for Neblio. How to create a wallet in that wallet for you to use. How to use the testnet. How to use the API for Neblio. And then later, how to develop a DApp application yourself. Will you do it in two different languages? That will be Python and C#. So let's get started with this process. We're going to get started with it by opening the Neblio Orion wallet. Okay, here is my Orion wallet. And I have a couple wallets that I've already set up. But I want to show you how to create a wallet from scratch. So we're going to start with Add Wallet, Create Wallet, and we'll call it My Video 1. And just so you understand, you can't reuse wallet names, so that you could name it whatever you want to name it, because you can't reuse my name. The same thing with token names. We cannot reuse a token name that I've created, but that's on the entire network. So we have to actually use different names. So just wanted to make that point now. So our first step here is we're going to name it My Video Mer. Now we're going to show the advanced options. And in the advanced options, we're going to use a random, we're going to have it do the recovery phrase. We're going to let the computer decide a recovery phrase that we're going to have to keep track of ourselves. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to recover this wallet if something happens. Now you can see here we have the testnet. So we're going to enable the testnet. Now everything that's being done here is on the testnet, which means we can use test Neblio. Here's the wallet that we created. So now we're going to get our phrase that was randomly created so we can restore the wallet later. So that's going to be backup. And they tried to discourage you from actually doing this in terms of copy and pasting the phrase, because they want you to have it so you can recover it. But for this example, in order to save time on the video, I'm going to simply and paste it. Even though that's not the right way to do it, you should really write it down. And then we're going to hit continue. Now to make sure you've gotten this right, they're going to want you to enter these in the correct order. So that's window, square, apple, bliss, dessert, celery, arrow. Dessert, celery, arrow. Tent, arranged, cereal, ranch, spare. Tent, arrange, cereal, ranch, and spare. And then we've got our word. We're finished. Now we can use this to restore the wallet. And what we probably should do here is save this for safekeeping. We should print this and put this away. So we will go here and we'll call this Orion. And we'll save it on machine. We'll call it wallet my video. Okay, and we'll save this. So now we've got the keyword. So as I said, we had no tokens. Okay, so here we have our test Neblio wallet with no Neblio in it. Now we're going to have to ask for test Neblio, which have no value, and they'll give them to us. So there's an article on how to do this that's on the web, which is here. This article explains how to get test Neblio. Since we have no test Neblios, and they'll give them to us for free, a limited number so we can do our experimentation, but they have no value, let's actually now get our test Neblio. So we copy this address, and we're going to use that along with from what we got from the article to create this command. So we can go and use a new browser window, and we're going to copy this and use our new browser window. And you can see that this command, which was sent through the browser, give us status equals success, data. Now we've actually now added, when we go back to the wallet, and we go back to our activity in the wallet, you can see pending confirmation 15 million U Neblio. So wait for these to confirm. And once they confirm, we'll be ready to create our first token. While we're waiting for this to confirm, there's one other point I'd like to make. If you had typed that command wrong, like put an extra space in or something that was not needed, you'd get an error called bad gateway. So what that means is you've done something wrong with the command. For example, a space at the end, or a space where the equal sign is, or the wrong command. So you can see that our tokens are now confirmed. Okay, let's now create our first token. It's going to be manage NTP1 tokens. We have no tokens, so we're going to click here. Now, that's one of the reasons we needed the test Neblios, because we need them to generate the tokens. Tokens have 4-letter symbols, so we'll call the token MERV. And one thing is, you can't reuse token symbols, of course, because those are symbols for tokens that would be on the main net or on the test net. So you're going to have your own name. Issuer, Murray, Ruggiero. Quantity, let's generate 1 million tokens. Token name is going to be Murray Video. Now, one of the advanced things in Neblio is the ability to use metadata. So we can store things in tokens, so we can tell the difference between different types of tokens, and the tokens have different information. And this information is carried by every token. So we can add meta fields, which gives us a name and a value. Created for test video for Neblio. Why? Learn how to. So you can see that we can put this information actually in the blockchain in the creation of the token. So I'm playing here, coming up with stuff, but we could actually put codes in the metadata which could get verified against a transaction, for example, to be able to do things that are smart on the blockchain. We're going to need 10,300,000 U Nebels to issue the token, and we're going to issue our token. We're going to confirm it. And now we have created our first token. You can see that we have 1 million tokens here that we issued. Now we're going to go back again We started with 15 million U nibbles. After creating the token and getting our confirmation back, we have 4,999,800 U nibbles left. We will now send the NTP1 tokens we have created to another wallet. We have multiple wallets here, so we don't have to send it to a different person, although we could send it to a different person who is using the testnet. So we're going to use our testing wallet here. We're going to get the address. Now this is the address we want to send our tokens to that we just created in My Video Mer. So let's go back here. Go back to activity. Manage NTP1 token. We have these. We're going to go here. And now we can select transfer tokens. We're going to use the address that we have from the testing wallet. And let's transfer 10,000 tokens. And we've now transferred 10,000 tokens. We'll go to our testing wallet, and we can see that we're waiting here a few seconds ago. We have a transaction here which is unconfirmed, so we're waiting for it to get confirmed of receiving NTP1 tokens. Once our transaction is received and confirmed, we can go to manage NTP1 tokens. This leaves us 2 tokens that we have in this wallet. One I created a while ago, which I transferred 3, and the one we just transferred, the 10,000 tokens. Let's take a look at that. We can see all the information here. We can see the symbol, we can see the token name, you can see who issued it, how many we have, and you can see in the create for and why that metadata that we put in. Okay, so now we're just simply going to hit the close button. Okay, so you can see that we created our million MURV tokens, sent to 10,000. Now let's use the API. Here's a command for the API, and that's going to show us for the test net our NTP1 token commands. Our first one is to get the token ID from the token symbol. So let's hit get, and what's great about this API interface is we can try it out. So we know our token symbol is MURV. So we hit that, and we hit execute. What that's going to give us is going to be 2 things. It'll give us a curl command, which is the JSON interface, or it'll give us an HTTPS one. So we are going to take this HTTPS one and highlight it and go copy. And now we can create a new browser window, and when we paste it in, we can now see the token ID. So that's all it takes to call the API. So what will happen when we write a blockchain application using the REST API of Neblio is commands will be passed through the browser interface, and we will get back strings from that browser, from the internet. And those strings are what we will process when we write our dApps. Thank you for your time watching Creating NTP1 Tokens and API Basics. In our next video, we will learn to set up calls to use many of the most important API functions.